Hi, LinkedIn ads fans out there. Welcome to this course on advanced strategies for LinkedIn ads. If you have questions like which LinkedIn campaign objective should I select and which LinkedIn campaign objective should I avoid, whether I should select brand awareness, lead generation, website visits, website conversions, engagements. If you have question like what should be my bids and budgeting strategy, should I go with CPC, manual CPC, enhanced CPC, automated bid, CPM? What is the best strategy for targeting my audience? Should I go with matched audiences, audience attributes, remarketing? How can I test my ads? How does the LinkedIn auctions work? How can I optimize my campaign? What offers work best on LinkedIn ads? Top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, or bottom of the funnel? Which reporting metrics should I pay attention to in LinkedIn ads? What are the benchmarks for LinkedIn ads? What should be the account strategy for LinkedIn ads? Which ad formats should I select and which ad formats should I avoid? Should I select single image ads, carousel ads, video ads, text ads, or dynamic ads? And ultimately, how can I increase my return on ad spend on LinkedIn? So if you have these questions for LinkedIn ads, then this is the right course for you. So let's get started. Hi, LinkedIn ads fans out there. So, in this lecture, we will be learning how we have designed this course. So, we start off by comparing LinkedIn ads with Facebook ads, where you should be spending your advertising dollars on. Then, we will compare it with Google ads. Should you be spending your advertising dollars on Google ads or LinkedIn ads, or should be spending your advertising dollars on both? Then, we have a basics overview of LinkedIn ads, a brief overview. Then, we get started with LinkedIn ads. How to get an admin access for the company to the company page, how to get access to the LinkedIn ads account, setting up LinkedIn Insight tag, and then we understand the theoretical aspect of conversion tracking, setting up conversion tracking using site-wide insight tags, setting up conversion tracking using an event specific pixel. Then we discuss about account structure and organization, and then we set up our campaign objective, which campaign objective you should select, which campaign objective you should avoid. Should select brand awareness, website visits, lead generation, website conversions, which objective is best for you and which you should avoid. And we'll also be selecting the campaign objective for a campaign that we will be develop during this course. Then we will be discussing about LinkedIn ads targeting. What are the best practices for LinkedIn ads targeting? How you should strategize your targeting, how you should break up your campaigns, whether you should be using audience attributes, matched audiences, whether you should be using remarketing audiences. And we will also be setting about the targeting for the campaign that we would be developing through this course. Then we will be discussing about audience expansion and LinkedIn audience network. Should you be using LinkedIn audience network, or should you not be using LinkedIn audience network? Similarly, for audience expansion, whether you should be using it or you should not be using it. Then we discuss about the bids and the budgeting strategy. What is the best way to strategize your bids? Whether you should go with CPC, manual CPC, enhanced CPC, CPM, automated bid, how to change your bidding strategy depending upon the click-through rate. And we will also be setting up the bids for the campaigns that we will be developing along the way. Then we will be also discussing about how much you should be budgeting for LinkedIn ads. How much, if you have a small budget, how much or what should be your strategy for that? How does the LinkedIn auction actually works? Then you'll be setting up creatives with LinkedIn ads, which LinkedIn ad formats like the single image ads, text ads, dynamic ads, carousel ads, video ads, which LinkedIn ad formats you should select and which you should avoid. And we will also be setting up the LinkedIn ads for the campaign that we would be developing. Then we would also be testing the doing the A/B testing strategy for LinkedIn ads. How many ads should I have per campaign? We'll be discussing about should I use rotate ads evenly function or not. We will be discussing that what offers convert best on LinkedIn ads. And then we'll be discussing about benchmarking for LinkedIn ads. What are the reasons for getting low CTR or high CPC or low conversion rates on LinkedIn ads? What is the testing strategy for LinkedIn ads? What is the optimization schedule for LinkedIn ads? What are the top 5 mistakes that people do or make in LinkedIn ads? And finally, we will also be answering questions that students normally have about LinkedIn ads. So let's get started. Hi, LinkedIn ads fans out there. So, in this lecture, we will be learning what we will be covering in this section. So, first of all, we would be comparing LinkedIn ads with Facebook ads. On which advertising platform you should be spending your advertising dollars, whether you should be spending it on LinkedIn ads or whether you should be spending it on Facebook ads, or whether both of these ad platforms works well in conjunction with each other. what are the pros and cons of LinkedIn ads, what are the pros and cons of Facebook ads, and what is the final verdict, whether you should be using LinkedIn ads or whether you should be using Facebook ads. Similarly, we would also be comparing the LinkedIn ads advertising platform with the Google ads advertising platform. What are the pros and cons of the LinkedIn ads advertising platform, or and what are the pros and cons of the Google ads advertising platform? Whether you should be using both of these advertising platform in conjunction with each other, or whether you should be using one over the another. So we would be looking at that. And finally, we would be looking at some of the LinkedIn ads basics. So we would be trying to understand in which particular industries LinkedIn ads may work much more better as compared to other industries, in which particular industries LinkedIn ad will not work. We will be looking at the criteria which will determine whether you are fit for LinkedIn ads or not, or whether your company or whether your business is fit for LinkedIn ads or not. We will be overviewing the bidding section on LinkedIn ads. What are the different bidding strategies that are there on LinkedIn ads? So we'll just be going through an overview of the bidding section. We'll be discussing about the bidding section a lot more in detail in the later part of this course. Similarly, we'll be also be looking at the overview of the different targeting options that are there within LinkedIn ads. So once again, this will just be an overview. We'll be covering in a lot detail the targeting in the later part of this course. So let's just get started with this section. Hi, LinkedIn ads fans out there. So, in this lecture, we would be comparing LinkedIn ads with Facebook ads. Which of these two mediums are better for B2B advertising? Where you should be putting your advertising dollars? Whether you should be putting in LinkedIn ads, or whether you should be putting in Facebook ads, or whether LinkedIn and Facebook ads work better hand in hand. So we would be exploring that. Now I've already touched upon this topic of LinkedIn ads versus Facebook ad in my other course on LinkedIn ads. But here, since this is a more advanced course, we will go in a little bit more detail. So let's start. So let's first of all concentrate on Facebook, or think about Facebook first. Now, Facebook owns up to 90% of your social activity. So whether you are on Facebook, or whether you are on Instagram, or whether you are on WhatsApp, it has data about your social activities. It knows what you like, where you are going, what you dislike, what food you like, what movies you went to. So it has a lot of data on your social activity. So it's a very powerful medium for a B2C business. Also, its retargeting capabilities, if you consider, they are one of the best amongst the all of the platforms. Whether you talk about LinkedIn ads, or whether you talk about Google ads, so you could target based upon scroll depth, you could target based upon event tracking parameters like engagement timers, you could target based upon the engagement the users have. So its retargeting capabilities are simply awesome. Also, it's cheap when you talk about B2C. Now here when I talk about cheap, you need to distinguish B2C from B2B. This is because when you talk about B2C, Facebook is really cheap. You could get a click somewhere between less than $1. But when you talk about B2B, it doesn't have too much data about B2B, because people don't update their professional life on Facebook. They don't update their job titles, they don't update their job companies, they don't update their job functions, they don't update their seniorities on Facebook. And even if they do that, that data is outdated, it's not updated regularly. So the inventory for the B2B is very limited, and the demand is very high. So when you talk about B2B advertising on LinkedIn, the costs increases, and it could go up to $6 to $7 to $8, which normally one would experience on LinkedIn. But when you talk about B2C, the costs are very, very less. You could, as I said, could get a click with less than $1. Also with Facebook, it's normally top of the funnel content. So as I said, that the costs are very less, it's less than $1. So it's a great medium to get the word out, great medium to spread message or information about your products or services. Also, an average user spends somewhere around 37 minutes per day on Facebook, and that is a huge for marketers. They could get their services, they could get their products in front of the people, because the engagement time of people on Facebook is very, very high. Then you need to consider the mindset of the people when they are Facebook. When they are on Facebook, they normally want to connect with their friends, with their colleagues. They normally want to know what's going on in others people's life. They are not in a professional kind of mindset. They are not thinking about jobs. They are not thinking about careers. They are not here to consume or take away like a B2B kind of stuff. They are more here to, as I said, to consume what are happening in their than the lives of their friends and family. So the mindset is not at all professional when the people or your customer is on Facebook. Also, Facebook has a very unique kind of targeting called lookalike audience. Now, LinkedIn also has a lookalike audience, but Facebook lookalike audience is advanced as compared to LinkedIn ads. Now, Facebook gives you a scale of 1 to 10, and it asks you how do you want to select your lookalike audience within that scale. Whether you want to have like a scale of 1, 2, 3, 4, and the higher you advance, the more broad it gets. So, if you want to have a tight lookalike audiences, so let's say for example you upload a list of customers on your Facebook, and you tell Facebook that I want to have customers or people which are similar to these people, and you select a lookalike audience of 1, it will give you a very very strong list of people who you could reach out to. And similarly, if you want to go broad and say I want to be remotely connected with anyone who looks like my present customer, and you select a lookalike audience of 10, it could expand your reach. So lookalike audience is something that Facebook excels in. Then, as I said, Facebook has lots of data on customers, because an average user, as I said, spends somewhere around 37 minutes per day on LinkedIn. It owns up to 90% of your social activity. So it has a very very great chance of optimizing your objectives. So when you tell Facebook that you want to optimize your ads towards a particular objective, it has a very great chance of accomplishing that. Also, video ads is something that Facebook excels in. Now, LinkedIn has also recently come up with where you can retarget people who have watched like 25% of your video, 50%, 75% of your video. But this thing has been on Facebook for a very, very long time. And as I said, you could retarget people who have watched a certain proportion of your video with your next ads. Then another unique thing about Facebook is the event ads. If somebody is clicking or say they are interested in your events, you can retarget to these people. Event Facebook has a native integration with Eventbrite. Also, day before the event ads, it sends a push notification to anyone who said that they are interested in a particular event. Now, this type of functionality is not there on LinkedIn ads. Also, messenger ads is something that Facebook excels in. In fact, the chatbot game, if you ask me, Facebook was the first to excel in this kind of stuff, in this chatbot kind of stuff. So the lead generation that you get through messenger and not through form fills is something which is awesome. So you could basically chat when someone is not there. So messenger ads or getting lead generation through messengers or the chatbot game is something that the Facebook is completely a master of. Then we talk about B2B targeting. So as I said, that Facebook lacks in B2B targeting. Although in Facebook you could target by company names, even job titles, but as I said, Facebook is not something where people normally upload their company names. Facebook is not something where people upload their job titles. Facebook is not something where people upload their job functions or job seniorities. And even if they upload it, it's not something that they regularly update it as when compared to LinkedIn. So the inventory of those people is very less, and the demand is high. As a result, the cost per click goes high on Facebook if you are doing a B2B targeting on Facebook. So as I said, the B2B targeting on Facebook is very, very poor, and B2B ads on Facebook doesn't do as much. Also, it has to relate to the mindset of the people. As I said, when people are on Facebook, they want to connect with their friends, they want to connect with their families, they want to know what's happening, they want to in other people's life, they want to get entertained. They are not in a professional mindset. As a result, they are not ready to consume those B2B ads. And as a result of the poor targeting, as a result of the mindset of the people not consuming those B2B ads, the lead that you get from Facebook are poor in quality. Although the number of leads would be more, but the if you ask about the sales qualified lead, the leads which would get closure, they would be less. As a result, the leads would be poor in quality what you get from Facebook. Now let's talk about LinkedIn. First of all, mindset. When people are on LinkedIn, they are in a right set of mind. They are in a professional set of mind. They are looking for something which could enhance their careers. They are probably looking for the job change. They probably want to consume content which is related to their professional life. So the mindset is quite dynamic, is quite opposite to what you get on Facebook. Also, average user spends around 30 minutes a month on LinkedIn. Now you see, when I talk about Facebook, the average user used to spend 37 minutes a day on LinkedIn, and here we are talking about 30 minutes a month. As a result, as I said, Facebook has appealed to marketer more than LinkedIn. This is because of the average time that a user spends on Facebook as compared to on LinkedIn. Also, the because of this reason that the average user spends 30 minutes on LinkedIn, so the inventory is very, very less, and the demand from the B2B side is very, very high. As a result, LinkedIn ads are very, very expensive. So it's not surprising if you get a cost per click of $12, $15, $10, and they are continuously rising. But the best thing about LinkedIn is that you would get the best B2B targeting on LinkedIn. If you want to target people by their company names, if you want to target people by their job titles, by their job functions, by their seniorities, by their interests, by their groups, you have it on LinkedIn. The account based targeting, if you want to target people or people if you want to target companies, you have a matched audiences where you can upload the lists and target people. You could target people even by their email IDs. So you would get the best B2B targeting on LinkedIn. Also, because of it being expensive, like you're spending somewhere around $10 to $12 a click, you normally have to appeal in the middle of the funnel, because with that amount of cost structure, with that amount of it being expensive, you cannot go to the top of the funnel. But because of the awesome targeting that you are getting on LinkedIn, and because of the right professional mindset that people have when they are LinkedIn, when they are on LinkedIn, the lead quality that you would get from LinkedIn would be very, very high. As a result, the lead quality from Facebook, as I said, is very, very less, but the lead quality from LinkedIn would be very, very good. Also, as I said, that LinkedIn is not something that users normally spend a large amount of their time in a day. As a result, you have to grab their attentions quickly. You have to appeal to the users quickly. They are not you cannot like appeal in a story format. You cannot like coalesce them into a story which you normally is recommended on Facebook. You have to appeal to them very, very quickly. Also, the retargeting capabilities are very, very average. Now, LinkedIn has recently introduced engagement based retargeting. Like you could target, as I said, retarget based on those who have watched 25, 50, 75, or 100% of their ads, who have interacted, opened, or submitted your lead generation forms. But still, LinkedIn retargeting is mostly traditionally been cookie based. Now, as you might be knowing, that most of the traffic on LinkedIn comes from mobile, and most of that mobile traffic is coming from iOS devices like iPhone, iPad, or any other Safari browsers or Mozilla Firefox. Now, none would be accepting cookies. As a result, LinkedIn retargeting capabilities had remained average. Also, the retargeting cost per click is also not, I would say, as expensive as normally is on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is $10 to $12, but it's still $5 to $6. So it's still expensive when you compare it to Facebook or Google Ads. Now, when you come to Facebook, the retargeting is engagement based, so it normally does not depend entirely on cookies. So I would say, try to drive people to your website from LinkedIn, and then try to retarget them through Google Ads or through Facebook ads, because then the cost per click that you would be getting would be less than $1, while we are paying somewhere around $5 for retargeting on LinkedIn. Also, when you are retargeting then through Google Ads, you are basically making making sure that they are able to see your display ads on the web network. So you are retargeting them on Facebook and Instagram. You are retargeting them on the web, and in this way, your whole retargeting would be a great mix. So as I said, try to bring them to your website through LinkedIn, but try to retarget them through Facebook and Google Ads. So the question arises, which platform to use? Now that will depend on a lot of things. Now, as I said, that Facebook normally has a lower cost per click, but also its lead quality is very, very less. So normally you will get leads from mom and pop stores, freelancers, people like who have businesses where employee size is somewhere between 1 to 10. So for that, Facebook is a good platform because these people normally spend time on Facebook. But if you ask about white collar job peoples who normally are like get to use social media after 5 p.m., and if you show them the B2B ads on Facebook, they are not very much receptive about it. So you need to consider what your cost per marketing qualified lead is from each of the platforms. You need to consider what your cost per sales qualified lead is from each of the platform. What is your cost per proposal, cost per close deal, what is your return on investment? And when you consider all of these, you will find that although LinkedIn has better cost per click, has higher cost per click, but when you consider the cost per sales qualified lead, it is it would be very less as compared to what you will see on Facebook. This is because of the high quality of leads that you get on the that you get on LinkedIn, and because of the right mindset people are when they are there, when they are on LinkedIn. So as I said, it depends upon the nature of your audience. For mom and pop stores, for freelancers, for small size businesses, Facebook is a good platform. But when you talk about white collar jobs people, a larger size company, then probably LinkedIn is a much better network. So you have to decide or think about your target audience first, and then compare the cost per sales qualified lead or cost per closed deal to decide upon which of the platform to use. But my final word is for B2B, you will almost in 90% of the case find that even though LinkedIn has higher cost per click, it will have very less cost per closed deal when compared to Facebook. So I would definitely for B2B go for LinkedIn ads. So with this, I'll conclude this lecture here and I'll see you in the next lecture. Thanks so much.